Hey everyone, GamePark here, and today I thought I'd do another collection update. This collection update is going to be a little bit different in that I don't actually have all the games that I've acquired since my last update in my possession, and that is because I'm currently reorganizing some of my game shelves, and those games I've already put away in storage. So the games that I can talk about are the ones that are right here in front of me. But just before we get talking about these, I thought I would quickly list off some of the games that I do have that I have acquired since the last update, just really quickly. And those are Dragon Ball Z Shin Butoden for the Sega Saturn. For the Wii U, I've gotten Splinter Cell Blacklist, Injustice Gods Among Us, uh, Warriors Orochi 3, and Batman Arkham Origins. And I believe those are it. And yeah, the games that I do have here are um, Theater Rhythm Final Fantasy for the 3DS. And this game I got because I recently attended the Final Fantasy concert named Distant Worlds. And one of my friends works for the Chicago Symphony Orchestra, and he thought that he might have gotten a chance for me to actually meet the composer of a lot of the Final Fantasy games, Nobuo Uematsu. And I kind of just I want if that possibility did come about, I wanted to get something kind of special, something related to Final Fantasy music. But even though I have some soundtracks, I wanted to get something a little more closer to the games, and I thought Theater Rhythm is a Final Fantasy game based entirely of Final Fantasy songs. So I thought this would be the perfect thing to get signed if I did get to meet him. Unfortunately, I did not, but nonetheless, this is still a great game to have. I heard it was a lot of fun, and I really look forward to giving it a play, even though it was kind of bought really quickly shortly before the concert. I still have no regrets. This is something that I think everybody who has a 3DS should have in their collection. So yeah, that's Theater Rhythm Final Fantasy for the 3DS. The next game I have right here is a visual novel named Phantom of Inferno. And this game is a game that was published by Hirameki, this company that I spoke about shortly in my last collection update. And they are responsible for localizing a lot of Japanese visual novels into English. And I heard some very good things about this from reviews that I read online. And since I had been kind of seeking out more of these Hirameki games, I thought I would pick this one up. And yeah, I think it should be a really good game. I mean, according to what it says right here on the sticker, it was rated Japan's #1 PC anime by Game Forum. So um, the reviews are really good. This one's brand new sealed, so it's good to have this in the collection, and it's playable on, any DVD player or PS2, PS3, pretty much any game console that can play DVD. So um, I should have no problem running this. Yeah, but that's Phantom of Inferno. Next, I have two very special packages here, or two sets here. And the first one that I'm going to talk about is Lunar 2 Eternal Blue Complete for the PlayStation 1. And I actually have Lunar 1 Silver Star Story Complete, which I bought back in 1999 or 2000 from Electronics Boutique, which is a store that essentially got bought out by GameStop. But when I did play Lunar One, I remember having some really great times with it. I was honestly um, just a really fond childhood memory of mine playing through that game. Even though I wasn't able to complete it fully, I still had a really great time, and I couldn't even as a young adult, I could feel that it had so much quality and so much detail that design working designs the publisher of the game. They put so much hard work into their games, and I really wanted to get Lunar 2, but unfortunately, I never really got around to seeing it in stores until very recently when I was just looking through auctions and I thought I'd pick it up. So yeah, I actually wanted to do something a little more special today since there's not too many games in my possession. I thought I'd do a little unboxing of this one. So let's go ahead and get started. I'll try to situate myself in a better angle so that everything can be seen really nicely. But yeah, this is the front of the box. There's some very nice artwork on the sides, on the bottom here. This is the name on the side and the back. The name on the side again. And it actually opens like this, which has a description of the contents inside the box and a little description of the game itself. But yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at the inside. Yes, inside comes with the game itself, the Lunar 2 soundtrack, the Lunar 2 mini guide, and Lunar 2 Omake box, which is kind of like extras in Omake means extras in Japanese. So let's go ahead and take a look at each of these parts. Come out carefully. This, the first one we'll look at is the game itself. So this is the case. Inside we have the discs, which have full artwork on them. They look very, very nice. The game itself is in very good condition, which is exactly how I like to buy my collector's editions. Here is more discs with some very nice art. And this is the back. And that is the Lunar 2 Eternal Blue game itself. This is what you would get if you would have bought the standalone version of the game in stores when this game was released. So next, we will talk about the soundtrack. This is a very thin package, but nonetheless, I want it to be very thorough here. So pretty much it's just two pockets inside once you open it. The left side has the soundtrack and all the names of the tracks, and the disc in here. Try and take out. This is the disc itself right here. Lunar 2 Eternal Blue music soundtrack. And the other side is empty, and what it says here is that this pocket is intended for the demo of Lunar 2 Eternal Blue that is included with the game Vanguard Bandits. So I guess if you wanted to have fully 100%, 110% complete collector's edition of Lunar 2, you would get that disc from Vanguard Bandits and place it in this empty pocket. But nonetheless, the pockets themselves include some very nice art, as well as on the back. Yes, and that is the soundtrack. Then the next part of this, I believe, is a bit of a mini guide with a lot of information regarding the making of the game, such as interviews and descriptions of the characters, such as this. Yeah, there's some art. It tells you pretty much kind of like extended instructions, I would like to say. There's all sorts of information on magic and the items themselves, monsters, things like that. So there's there are a lot of pages in this extended instruction manual, which is all very, very nicely put together in a hardcover book. Lunar 2 Eternal Blue instruction. It's very, very nice. I especially like this embedding here with the PlayStation 2, I mean the PlayStation logo. It looks very nice. And the last part that's included in the box is the Lunar 2 Omake box, which just includes some fun extras. And when we open that up, we get a map included here. It's a map of the world in Lunar 2. And right here we have some character standees which have actually never been opened, and that was actually one of the main reasons that I decided to get this particular package on eBay when I saw it, was because I kind of wanted to get something that is um, almost completely new, or as new as it can be, without it being ridiculously expensive, or um, something that would make me feel strange opening it. So yeah, these are actually character standees, and what they are is they are these paper foldouts that have the characters from the game kind of popping up, and you can kind of place them like on your shelves, and essentially what it says right here. Yeah, there's a lot of characters in the game, so you can display them any way you want, and they just pop out, and that's pretty much all they do. But this, as far as I can tell, this has never been opened because it has the instructions right here on the front, and just the package itself feels like it's just never been used. So yeah, those are the character standees, and right next to it is Lucia's pendant from the game. And this is pretty much brand new, as far as I can tell, because it still has the paper wrapping on the pendant. It's a gold pendant, which you can see inside there. I haven't gotten a chance to open it up, but it's pretty much brand new, and I find that really amazing that I did buy this used, so the previous collector might have felt the same way and just wanted to keep all his things very, very nice, nice and clean, and unused. So I feel like almost as if I was the one who bought this in the store and just decided to keep all the items intact. And this particular item, the pendant, is something that a lot of collectors, a lot of collector's editions on eBay that are going on auctions are missing. And I find that just very strange that perhaps people were actually wearing them or something, but for whatever reason, they just ended up losing the pendant. It's um, one of the items that's lost the most when from somebody who has the collector's edition. So I'm very happy that all the items came in this set. But yeah, that is the Lunar 2 Omake box, featuring some very nice art, and then the back. And those are all the contents of the collector's edition of Lunar 2 Eternal Blue. I'm very happy to have this, as well as the collector's edition of Lunar 1 Silver Star Story complete. And yeah, I definitely plan on playing both Lunar 1 and actually finishing it this time. And as soon as I'm done with that, I'm gonna jump right into Lunar Eternal Blue and give it a go. So yeah, good to have finally in the collection. Next, we'll put this aside and we'll talk about another visual novel that I have over here, in um, as well as Phantom. I bought School Days HQ, and this is a visual novel that was reviewed by Kotaku, one of the sites that I like to visit frequently, and I wasn't too keen on picking this one up um, like I did plan on, like I did pick up uh, those the previous games that they reviewed, which are um, Kara no Shoujo and another visual novel that they reviewed, which I also have. And I wasn't particularly keen on picking this one up because I heard that the main character is essentially just like the biggest jerk, and nobody really likes him, and it's just he can easily upset you with like the choices that are given that you can select. A lot of times people don't feel like he represents any good options or like the options that people want to take. So, and I was just a bit kind of put I was a bit, put off by that. But then I went to the anime convention. I saw this one in person, and it was a bit pricey there for the whole package, which is actually quite a big package. Yeah, that can give you some idea of just how big it is. But I continued to keep my eye on it, and I came across the limited edition package on a website rightstuff.com, which sells a lot of anime and just a lot of like Japanese items. And this one was the limited edition version itself was going for about $40, and I thought that was actually a really good price, especially for a limited edition visual novel. I feel like maybe in a couple of years these are going to be pretty hard to come by. So I thought this was actually a good chance to go for it. And who knows, perhaps the protagonist of the game might not actually be as annoying as he was made out to be. So yeah, nonetheless, that was just a little background on this game, School Days HQ. And we can actually take a look at the contents themselves. Here is the side featuring some artwork with one of the characters. I believe the other side also has another character. There's that. On the back, there's some artwork featured here. And then the top and the bottom. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. So it opens up this way. I'm going to try to be really careful, make sure that I can do this with one hand. If not, I might have to switch and put my phone down for a second, but let's see if I can do it. Okay, so package comes out like that. There's nothing in the box anymore. Here we have the actual game, School Days HQ. This would be what you would get if you bought the standalone version. But here is the case itself, the game itself, still brand new sealed. And inside we have a keychain of the main character, the supposed jerk of this game. A nice keychain here. And here we have Let's see if I can do this. I'm gonna have to put the phone down for just a second. Oh, it's actually a lot easier than I thought. I have to pull this up. And here we have a mouse pad featuring one of the characters with a padded wrist support, I could say. But yeah, this is the mouse pad, one of the limited edition items that comes in the box. As you can tell, it is padded. Oops. This is the back of a mouse pad. But yeah, those are the items that come in the School Days HQ limited edition package. So they are the mouse pad itself, a keychain, the game, and the collector's box. And I think that after this game, I will probably end up picking up these two games, which are the Capo and the Capo 2. They're two visual novel games that I already have. I have the Japanese versions of them on Blu-ray disc, playable on PS3 or any system that plays Blu-rays. But I would actually like to play them in English, and um, for some reason I have not seen too many people talk about those two games in particular, even though they seem to be pretty popular in Japan. So I think that after I pick up both those games, the Capo 1 and the Capo 2, I will probably be pretty satisfied in my visual novel collection, which was mainly started by wanting to play more visual novels that were officially licensed and localized into English. But yeah, anyways, I just wanted to do something a little more special today with some of the games that I have here. Hopefully it wasn't too boring for you guys or anything like that. But yeah, those are my current pickups. If you'd like to see some more pictures of this stuff, or some of the other games that I mentioned earlier in this video, then you can always check out my blog, which is posted in the description. And that's pretty much it. Thank you all for watching very much. Peace.